pretty easy decision for this year, and then next year as it matures, the decision is to roll it over for another year or go to long-term financing, depending on where.
How much is, this is for the capital equipment?
And for bridges and for capital. About 90% is for the.
What would we have paid if we'd done a 15, 20 year loan?
That would have been 20 years, probably about 3.5%.
Really, that much?
Yeah.
Why they
20 years because you're going out 20 years on the.
They don't trust us? It's interesting.
You probably have a better idea than I do.
It's interesting. So, wow, okay, so just keep rolling it over until
yeah, you have a strong sense. Sure.
Yeah. Beautiful, great. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Noto, anything from you?
No, sir.
Honorable Mr. Sorry, you're ahead of me. Sorry.
I can say no at the time it comes
Nice to see you. We haven't seen you for a few months.
Yes, it's been a while.
Nice to see you. How are you feeling?
Department, members of the Town Council, Nicholas Mecca. Just 2 points I wanted to bring to the public, really. This evening, that it's time for the school bill. The blue bill was mailed to you. It is due
It did make me blue.
by
Yes.
September 30th. Pardon?
And it did make me blue.
It's due by September 30th, but because it falls on a Sunday, you can personally come in the office October 1st on the Monday and pay with no penalty, but you must personally come in. No mail on the 1st, that's too late. And secondly, just a reminder that because it's presidential election, the Board of Election requests that we hold 2 sessions to register voters, so anyone that is a first-time voter or needs to change their residence or party affiliation, whatever, the town clerk's office will be open the evening of October 10th from 5 to 9 p.m. and the Saturday of October 13th from noon to 9 p.m. Anyone can come in and register to vote. The only thing you will be required is to put the last 4 digits of your social security number on the form or your driver's license. If you do not do that, you will still be registered to vote, but when you go to the polls, it'll request ID. And then it'll be written in the book, ID required. If you bring those in when you come, that'll save that step when you go out to the polls.
So no ID required when you vote.
No ID required. Can't, it's even against the law to ask. And the only time you even ask for party affiliation is in a primary, just to know what book to look into.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have to present the ID when you...
No, just fill the form out. So
So you can put down any 4 numbers and still not have to show an ID. You're all still on the honor basis.
That's not on the honor basis. But it says right there, it's an affidavit. If you're caught, $5,000 fine and a prison term. If any false records, information is found on that form. So you take...
It's a pretty good deterrent.
Yeah,
How long is the prison term?
it just says and prison term.
I have one question. Do you suggest through the process for voting absentee real quick for some of the people out there who don't know how to vote absentee?
Okay, you need to have an application to vote. So you can come also to the town clerk's office and pick that up, or call the Board of Elections directly and order an application. What the board will do is send you the form, the affidavit that you have to fill out, sign, and return at a given time. I don't have the dates in, but they're the ones who give you the form, so we only can supply the application.
So first you fill out the application, you
Yes.
mail it in, and then you'll
The
receive
Board of
it.
Elections will mail it to wherever you say. I mean, you might be in the Bahamas on vacation. They will send your affidavit down there if you tell them to. So wherever you say to send it, it goes. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mecca. Thank you. Good to see you back.
We expect a tremendous turnout.
I think it should be a big turnout this year,
I
right?
hope, sure.
Wonderful. Okay, Mr. Noto, you've already said you have nothing for us?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Huh? Beautiful. Mr.
DeCresenzo, he's going to give a brief report, he told me.
Brief. We got it all written there, so.
Got it all right? I did read it.
Yeah, I think
It's all
it's
written,
pretty
yeah.
self-explanatory. Do you
I
have
think,
any
why don't you,
questions?
actually, why don't we go to that? Any questions for Mr. DeCresenzo?
Were you at all surprised by the projected costs, or were these reasonable for you in 3 to 5 year estimates?
No, in our previous discussions and then some of the previous reports that I submitted to the council, these numbers are, some of them may be slightly higher than we originally thought, but when we actually did some of the work and analysis, that these are the numbers that are coming in pretty good, and we can expect them to be probably on budget, maybe a little, close to it, based on a few years, the value of the money a few years down the road.
Was this a good experience for you in helping you with planning on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I
projects
spent a
and
lot of
stuff?
time with
Yeah.
our consulting engineers and a lot of time with,
Gave you a better handle?
going over, so I have a pretty good handle on what to expect and to give you the information you need to do to make your decisions and budget accordingly, knowing what's coming down. There'll be no surprises.
Right.
You'll know exactly what you're
Yeah, no, I think that's
gonna
what I
have
was
to deal
thinking.
with. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
So there's no more surprises.
Do you mind putting a small table together, just summarizing this? Because these numbers are for, when are they going to be paid?
Well, it really depends on the condition of the bridges. Ottoman Kirby had said that one of the wing walls of one of the bridges that we're repairing, it has to be done right away. The state had given us a yellow flag. The opposite wing wall is starting to lean. It's deteriorating slightly, but according to the state, it's still doing its job. But based on his engineering experience, that within 3 to 5 years, the state's going to come in and say, you have to fix that one. And he also recommended some basic repairs to the superstructure so we don't have bigger problems down the road.
Could you help us with our budgeting, though? Could you project out what you expect the cost to be for the next 3 years? We're going to be starting our budget process next week, right?
Well, I think that,
So I'd like to have some sense of what
You're saying each year you'd like to see, like 2013, 2014, you want it
Right.
broken down by year?
Yeah.
and what our borrowing should be to cover those expenses.
Well,
And the
some-
other thing
yeah.
the other thing that I just keyed in on is that let's not, if they're estimating 3 to 5 years, and we work very well with Ottoman Kirby, let's look at this wing wall in 2 years, and let's be proactive. I don't want to wait until the state says you have to do it. Let's be proactive. Let's put it on our radar for the next 2 years, fix it, and be done with it.
I agree.
Well, you also saw in one of the closing notes, I had put in there that Ottoman Kirby is willing to work with us and do a inspection on the bridges and do stuff in advance. If we want to set up a program with him, he'll get out there in the field ahead of schedule, and we will be proactive.
Yeah.
Not ready for a
I was
vote.
going to say, these are matters of public safety, so we always want to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks so
I think
much,
that's
John.
very,
Thank you very much,
helpful,
Mr.
John.
DeCresenzo. Wonderful. Part 4 of the Frank.
Way to go, John. I see your report, I didn't get one. Don't teach me, man, I need anything. Would you like to show up tonight, find out what's going on?
Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody had a chance to read my report. Does anybody have any questions?
Any questions for Frank?
Frank, last month we spoke about you projecting your obstacles or things that you need to focus on going forward.
Yes.
So you have a better grasp, and we can have a better grasp on what your budget should be going forward and things of that nature. So what have you identified that we need to be aware of?
So far, I mean, we addressed some of the safety issues at Crawford Park have been taken care of. I'm putting something together for the fall moving forward. What else needs to get done in the mansion, and where we're going to be at with the budget.
But nothing specific?
Well, the thing that I'm looking, I was talking to the bishop this morning. The first floor of the mansion, certain key areas need to be repaired. It needs a new facelift, restrooms, the solarium, just to make it look a little better. So I'm trying to put something together and see, what we can do in-house, or if we have to, outsource it. But I should have a better handle and a better answer for next month. So I put everything together. Basically, most of the work will be done in-house for, the repairs and the maintenance, of the mansion. So I'm gonna look, through it and see what's best for the town and what my staff can handle and what they can't handle. And if they can't handle it, then we would have to go to the next level.
And how are we looking at as far as the full-time staffing? Are they complementing the workload?
Yes.
Or the projects that we need to do?
The projects that
One thing that I know that we spoke of in the past, you actually told us, is the guys that are doing tile work or masonry work and some minor electrical things of that.
I've been checking and talking to my staff, and they're so far they're handling the workload. If I'm not speaking with them, Bishop is speaking with them, and we're on top of things, and they're doing what's best for the town, and they're doing the repairs as very efficient.
So my question is, at what threshold are we looking to? You talked about getting an outside contractor to do these certain repairs. So what would be? Just give me a threshold that we would know. Okay, well, listen, that's something that's off of our purview.
The windows in the mansion, a lot of windows might need to be replaced in the mansion.
So the guys can't replace a window?
Certain windows. We could do some. There's gutters that need to possibly be replaced. There's a lot of erosion and decay around all the frames of the window over the years. So my assistant and my other staff member are trying their best to make everything watertight and keep everything looking better. We actually had a meeting with Bishop a few weeks back, and we spoke about redoing the dining room of the mansion. The lighting is not efficient in that particular room, so we're going to try to figure out a way to make it better and more efficient.
Like compact fluorescence?
Yes, because the way it is right now, it's really not the best. So we're trying to see what the alternatives are, to make things better. The room hasn't been done in a number of years, so by prepping it up and getting it to where it was a long time ago, we're going to do that. The lighting, the restrooms. So we're putting a whole bunch of things together to see where we're going to go with this.
All right, so last month, and we had some reporting from the Friends of Crawford Park.
Mm-hmm.
And how has this past month been with their list of concerns?
We addressed their concerns right away. In the ladies' room, and the pavilion was taken care of. That bench was immediately taken care of. The railroad ties, the ones that were really rotting, were taken care of. The playground mulch was addressed. We, called the company. We got the playground mulch. We installed it. We set the mats. So basically, right now, the only things left on that list is all the trees, which Bishop and myself and the caretaker is going to walk through tomorrow to address how many trees have to be.
Well, by tomorrow,
They might be down.
by tomorrow, they're not down now. They're down tomorrow.
I'm happy to say that I've been in contact with George throughout the evening, and there is no down trees at Crawford Park. We lost one tree at Rytown Park around 2:30 this afternoon.
Okay.
Good, thank you so much.
Just one thing, before, you guys start working on any design decisions or anything for the mansion, just if you could, maybe.
Oh yeah, I would
shout
definitely have
myself.
the
I'm happy to
board's
help
input.
out and
No, I would definitely have the board's input.
Not that we don't trust you
No,
boys,
I
but.
definitely would like to have the board's input.
Great.
color selection. and
Yeah, of course,
such.
of course.
Yes, I'd love to see that place get updated. I think it'll really help us with future rentals and.
Oh, definitely, I agree.
Beautiful, thank you so much, Frank. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Okay, Councilwoman Collins.
Sure, needs another cup of coffee.
Collins, thank you.
No comment.
Thank you, Councilwoman Mendocino.
I just wanted to ask, two things. Do we have any additional ceiling tiles that we could replace the ceiling in the clerk's office and whatever downstairs where they're turning brown from water spots? Well, can we order some perhaps?
Yes, we can.
After tonight, you're gonna have to get a hold of
Frank,
Yes, I can take care of that.
Frank, listen, there's the charge from there. If I were you, I would get the ceiling tiles, just get it done. Proactive.
Consider it done.
Good.
Do we have a contract with the elevator company? Because
Yeah.
why does the elevator on its own just decide to go up and down and up? It's very...
I think it's, you know what, Michelle, I think we when they did that one repair, remember they did, and there was one conversation that we had, that elevator's cycle.
But it's always, the first floor light is always on, so it automatically, for some
Resets to the
reason,
first
it
floor?
goes back up and
It's,
down
it,
on
re-
its own, and it feels like
typically it resets to the first floor. That's where it's supposed to stay.
Yeah.
So no matter where you get off, eventually it will go down to the first floor. That's its home.
I think it goes up and down on its own.
We will,
And no one's using it, and just,
And then my last
It's a
question,
ghost of an old council person.
Right. my last question is that Mayor Feinstein had mentioned meetings for the, that the towns have. We used to get things saying when they were and where they were, and each town would be hosting. Do we get invites to them? The Association
yes.
of Towns? Can we get those invites so we know where
Each
they
month,
are?
yeah, every month there's one.
Every month?
Sure.
So maybe we should start attending those. And then
Well,
make
we're
our
hosting,
voices
aren't we
heard.
supposed to be the host?
we are the hosts this December, and at the moment, it's looking like we may select Doral for that. We've looked at a couple of places in Portchester, but we have a problem with handicap access, which is one of the requirements. So the combination of the number of people and so forth, but I will get you some information on that as soon as we firm that up.
Take turns going or go 2 by 2 or something like that.
No, you can all go. Everybody goes.
Yes, yes, we,
You can all go. In fact, you should get the dates, but because you should be there in December because you're the hosts.
Well, I should hope so. Is it in our budget that we budgeted for
Yeah,
it?
we did.
Yes.
We had this
Okay.
conversation at budget.
We had one once at the General Foods Building.
I think it's the second Tuesday, right? Every year?
I think it's the 13th, but don't hold me to the date right now. December 13th is what I remember in my
I
head.
like that suggestion. I don't make any decisions on the locality of canvas the board.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, then let me canvass the board now. If you have any ideas, let me know, because
I like Michelle's
we need to
suggestion,
book-
General Foods.
we need to book soon,
Okay, General Foods is one of the suggestions we take a look at.
okay?
And I'm sure, what I want to offer to the board is some suggestions between now and tomorrow, and I think you need to price them out, so I want to open the board to 10 suggestions, just copy everybody an email, and we'll vet the
Sure.
different locales.
Definitely think about it.
Good, Mr. Villanova.
Congratulations to the successful internship program. I think that's something that really is unique, and just appears to keep going and have some great momentum and some quality action that's taking place there. I want everybody to keep the Nito family in their prayers. Joe lost his mom, and Joe's been a great asset to us at Rydetown Park. He's really helping us achieve a lot of successes there with the park operation. Tonight during the meeting, we lost power, and I want to, just make mention that we had the Portchester Police here as we usually do, and it's good knowing that we have that talent here with us if we needed to do something this evening. And to our Jewish friends, Lashana Tova, and have a great night. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you, Deputy Supervisor Villanova. I'd like to also say Happy New Year to our Jewish friends, but how do I say it in Hebrew?
Lashana Tova.
Lashana Tova. So Lashana Tova to our Jewish friends. And I guess we have to go to executive session tonight.
So we have a contract negotiation, yes.
Contract negotiations, we'll look at that in executive session. And just thanks to the students, thanks to everybody for coming this evening. And thanks to Mr. Markowitz for that presentation. I thought we actually got some good suggestions coming out of that stuff. That's very good. I get a motion to adjourn into executive session.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.